Hello and welcome back to another episode of Disney Infinity in the toy box. The toy box that I feel like we haven't done in so long. Actually, I think it's been like 3 weeks since we've been here. And there is a reason for that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been stalling because, oh what? This is a different toy box. I accidentally forgot to save on the last toy box. And because autosave was disabled, the entire thing got deleted. But that's okay, because I wasn't super happy with that toy box. But now, what we've got going on is, you can notice a lacking of the 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. Because I thought, yeah, it's great and all to just make a sign for 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. But, what's better than that is to make an entire part of the toy box 1.0, so on and so such. So what we're going to be doing is over here, like maybe over here, I haven't fully decided where it's going to be, there will be a 1.0 section. Over here, there will be a 2.0 section. And over in here, there will be a 3.0 section. So basically what I mean by this is there will be like all of the toy boxes that went with 1.0 will be over there, so on and so such for each side. And then over here, we are going to do just whatever. But I'm thinking there'll be some paths, some trees going into each of these gateways. And that's what I will be doing, what we will be doing today. So, first off, let me show you, I have done something here to replenish what we did in the first episode. This is the command center. So we got a little bit of a railway up here leading up because I didn't want it to intrude like the last one was, because like I said, I had plans for the rest of it. So this thing is going up quite a bit. I maybe made this thing way too long, but you can kind of see it up there, the castle in the sky. It looks kind of super evil. Actually, I didn't notice that before, but like super evil. Wow, it's like got lava and everything like that, but I think there's a much better design for it. I personally really like these kind of like layered blocks, so I like this design better. But do I like these color schemes? That I'm not so sure about. Like, I mean, it's just kind of, it kind of doesn't really fit with the happy theme of Disney Infinity, you know? So I might change this around. Maybe I'll do it like every episode. I will have these colors changing around and stuff like that. The only problem with that is if I do theme all, it'll ruin everything we've built. So I might not be able to change it every episode, but I might be able to like every other episode. Anyways, that's not important. What is important? It's super important, guys. I need to show you the ridiculousness of Dash, okay? So he's like one of my favorite Disney Infinity characters because of his speed ability. But sometimes it can be kind of ridiculous. So if we go over here, right, and then we jump off, look at this. I can activate it in midair and I fall faster. How do I fall faster by making myself be all speedy? Like, it just makes no sense. But like, look at how cool that is. He's just like moving up and down. His arms just are like teleporting. So he's a super cool character. He's probably one of my favorites. But another thing we did is we expanded the terrain around here so we won't have too much trouble. We might have to do it a little bit, but not too much. But right now, what we're going to do is we are going to make some sidewalks coming off of the spawn area. So obviously that one is like that. Oh shoot, I need to move this thing. It is not even right there. Sorry, I am having some camera issues right now. In case you can't tell, the camera actually keeps like moving in a direction that I told it not to. So sorry about that, but that should that's just a little bug with my controller. I think it's starting to break. But that's not important right now. What is important is that we make this sidewalk and we make it look good. So we're going to start off there. I like how I can put the sidewalk underneath everything because it just makes it less frustrating, you know. So let's branch this. How are we going to branch it? Oh, I have no idea. Like that? We can do that. Yeah. So it'll be like that. And then I've got to figure out how to make the 3.0 one. How I'm going to get it to keep going that way. I feel like there should be like a 3-way split and a 2-way split and so on and so such. But I think I'm going to make this, we're going to make it curve a little bit because that just makes it seem bigger. You know, if you turn it around, it'll make the path seem like you're moving a lot further. And that's just always a cool thing. So we're going to make this path go this way and then curve it again. Let's see here, like that way. Okay, keep doing this, and then I'll just cut to when I've got more of this path laid out. Okay, so I think that's all we're going to do for the 1.0, because I think 1.0 will be right, 2.0 will be left, and then 3.0 will be in the middle. Since it's the newest one, you should be able to see it. The giant sign I will have, probably hovering above it, from just spawn. So let's see here. What are we going to do to make this go to 3.0? That's a tough one. I got no fancy tricks for that, but maybe that could work. So we'll do like this and then keep moving it that way. Then we can split it off again. Then we can move this like here. And then it'll turn to the right. And then this will just go straight. There we go. So that'll work fine. Yeah, like just like that. Okay, so the way the videos will work then, I will do a series of videos working on 1.0 until that's about halfway, and then I'll switch it up to 2, 3, and so on. Just so I can not bore you guys with like a specific park. Yeah, I'd probably just keep referring to them as parks. So that way, you know, you don't just feel like I'm doing the same thing every single episode. Which is also another reason why I am varying it with, if you don't know, the next episode of Disney Infinity will be Raceway, and then the one after that will be the interior, and then the one after that will be Raceway again, and then we'll be back to the toy box. Now, I might switch that schedule up quite a bit because, I mean, I would feel like I'm not getting a lot of toy box done. Because I'm not, and the Raceway is getting an exceptional amount done, simply because it has 2 episodes, whereas the other would just have 1 respectively. But I kind of like that idea of having it varied in content, you know, so because Disney Infinity can get a little bland when you're just doing a one thing specifically, which is why even when I'm just playing the game, that's what I'll do. I will, you know, do a bit of toy box, a bit of the playsets, so on, you know, such like that. But right now, I think I'm going to do some actual lighting for this way, because we don't want it to be too dark. That is also another thing that I would like to do this episode, is I am actually going to change the sky. Because you can do that with Disney Infinity. You can just change how the sky looks. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Another thing this episode, I don't know. This is a tough decision. Do I want it like that? Or, I don't know. I hate that part of the building system. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have it snap and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating when you just are so close to that perfect angle to have it just like you want it, but you can't do that because you're limited to moving it. Again, I really don't like that. I don't see, I guess some people might like how it's, you know, just like that and so easy to snap, but I just don't like it. Like, I prefer the building system of games like Minecraft or something like that, because it's just, you can place it wherever you want. You know, you're not limited to just specific areas that they decide you can put it in, right? That's what so I prefer building systems more like Minecraft, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so we want this place to be super, super lit up. Let's just speed up this process here for you guys. Is this almost too many lampposts? Because this is a lot of lamps. I feel like it might actually be too many. But can you really ever have too many? I say no. We'll spread them out a little bit more here, because you can't really tell that there's a difference in spacing. Can you? Speaking of placing lamps, I've been playing Planet Coaster. That's kind of hard to say. I've been playing Planet Coaster lately, and because that's a really fun game. I think I've talked about it recently. So I won't get into too much detail about it. But it's basically, if you don't know what it is, it's a game where you have complete freedom over your theme park. And it's super awesome. The building is like really good. You can design your own planet coasters. You can design your own coasters, and it's really, really fun. It's a bit on the pricey side, but then again, they are adding stuff all the time, so I would definitely recommend it. But anyways, on to my point. I was building a pirate land, basically, and I messed up definitely with it because I did not place any lampposts. So it's supposedly super dark. Now, the lampposts actually don't affect that much, but it is kind of super dark. It would be in real life anyway. So the problem is I didn't place them gradually. So I just have to go through and just rapidly place lampposts. But I'm trying to get them all aligned because you can see most of them just from one spot. So getting them all aligned is kind of troublesome. But I don't know. It's just with things like that, that's why I try to do everything at once when I'm building a large area of land. So I'll want to put all the trees at the same time, everything like that. So, which I'm not doing right now. But that's why I'm doing it like this, is because I'm taking it, piece by piece and building small areas at once. So that way I don't get too far ahead of myself, but also I can, vary the stuff up and I can get it all done. So I prefer to build kind of like this. I lay out a smaller area, and then I place everything in that area, and then I move on. But that can get a little boring to watch, and I know that can get a little boring to do. So I don't know why I do that. It just, helps me feel like I'm getting it all done faster, when I'm actually not, because I've timed myself and I'm getting it done in the same amount of time. It just feels a lot faster. I don't know why that is. It's weird, things like that, where it's just like, even though it's not something, you feel like it definitely is. Like, I feel like I'm missing out on Flash and I'm not going to get to see these episodes, and then I just don't watch them. When in reality, I am. It's just, I just get the feeling, right, that I'm missing out, and I have no point to watch them because I'll just be behind. When in reality, I'm never going to get caught up if I don't go and do it, right? It's just weird, that sort of stuff. Okay, so we've reached the end of the path here, and look at that. We already got all the lampposts in. This is just going by super fast. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place in all of the trees, which I think will be super fun, because I like just, seeing it all come together when you just stare at, like, nothingness, and then as more time goes on, more and more stuff comes together, and it really works. I like doing that. Ooh, I could have been placing those the whole time, but I don't really like those too much. Alright, so I think I'm going to do a variation of big trees and little trees. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, is it's just, it's so different. So I haven't really, oh yeah, we're going to place in these. That's kind of what I was looking for, is these type of trees. Okay, so we're going to be placing mostly the same tree. But actually, would this look better? It's kind of weird. I think that works as just like smaller things, Okay, so this is going to be kind of hard to make this place feel like super, closed in, because there's a huge gap right there. So this is going to be kind of difficult. Let's skip ahead quite a bit. Okay, so we've gotten all of these trees placed in now. I think this is looking is coming together pretty nicely. I tried to do it as random as I could, but I don't know. I feel like it's very hard to truly do something random and have no pattern to your randomness. Like, even with this, there was a pattern to this randomness. The only problem I have with this thing is that you can clearly see through the trees. But I think that'll all get cleared up as we, more build up this toy box. And anyways, while I was placing the trees, having some good old tree times, I was thinking about, what if I did all this kind of boring stuff, like placing in the paths, placing in the lampposts and trees and stuff like that, on my own time, so that way in the few times that we actually get to do the toy box, It could all be, you know, fun, cool stuff. Like building the parks and building, you know, the cities and everything like that. And you wouldn't have to watch so much just me placing in trees. Now, I skipped most of this, so we are going to have time to do something cool this episode. So I'm not sure if we'll have time to build all of them, but what I'm going to do is I am going to start work on the entrance. Now, we'll start off with 1.0, which will be over here. So, I'm not quite sure. I don't know why this block looks like that, but I'm not sure if I want to use a basic block or I want to do something with one of these building sets, because these are also super cool. And I could do a lot of things with these. So I'm going to have a look through here, and then I will be back with the news on what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have a revised plan here. You know how I said I was going to do 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0? Well, that's great and all. But I decided that wouldn't it be cooler if I did a past, present, and future? So if we do, this will be past, that will be present, and that will be future. So basically the idea is this would have like castles, and this would have the Lone Ranger playsets and stuff like that. That's what that would involve. This would involve the cities, it would involve Phineas and Ferb, it would involve all that stuff. And this would be Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff like that. So that way we kind of have the past, present, and future thing in 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. I think that it might work out better just having it all themed like that. So we're going to begin work on this castle here. So what should I do? I think I obviously just need to build a wall, first of all. However, that's super short. It needs to be much taller. That's actually weird how it's so short. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. Like, it should be proportionate to the castle, shouldn't it? That's kind of weird, don't you guys think? But, oh, here we go. That's more like it if it was actually... Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do it like this, won't I? Oh, I can do it. Okay, so I'm just going to build it like this. It's kind of weird that it's so much shorter than the castle gate. But maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe it was intended to be like that. I mean, I'm sure it was. Why would they build it not intended to be like that? So we're going to do this, right? I'm thinking something like this. And then we will take banners, definitely. But we're going to take these. So this way we can kind of make our own custom wall. And place these along here. So it kind of gives that what's it called? I don't actually know what these are supposed to be called. Crenellations, apparently, but yeah, so it kind of gives those points, as I always call them, the points. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't know why it's indented. I figured it would be the same shape, size too, but maybe it'll look good in the long run. I'm sure they know more about what will look good and what won't than I do. So I'm gonna place, let's place some banners along here. What color should we go with, guys? Let's go with blue to kind of balance out the evilness of that layer over there. Alright, so we've got to place in these banners here, just along the wall, but at the same time you can't really see them if they're along the wall like that. So maybe the banners will go, I wish I could make them crooked, you know? What if we place the banners actually attached here? Like, what if we place them... Ah, yes, this might look pretty nice. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll have all blue. This will be the blue castle. Okay, castle of the army of blue. That sounds awesome. Maybe we'll hire blue. Get it? Get it? Haha. Okay, so yeah, I think that looks looking pretty good. They kind of both work for sitting down and standing up on the wall. Okay, so let's repeat this design over on that side. So through the magic of editing, look at all this stuff we've gotten done already. And I think this castle is looking pretty good, don't you guys? I like it quite a bit. I especially like the banners. I think it adds a nice touch. You know, kind of breaks up just the flat wall part. I like it a lot. Now we've got to make the ends, because I think this is enough area. Actually, do we want to do one more? I say we do about 1 or 2 more of these little pillar things. So let's just do that real quick. Won't take too long at all. I like the windows being on the outside because it just kind of adds a nice little touch. And also, I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I was thinking maybe I want to do a little bit more of the just toy box building stuff than the raceway stuff. But also, at the same time, it's all good because I'm really enjoying this Disney Infinity series because it's kind of just a chance for me to, just talk because I'm not focusing on the game nearly as much because this is just much more of a relaxed series, and I've been kind of enjoying that, just being able to talk, talk about stuff I'm interested in. Like in the last Raceway video, we spent like the entire thing just talking about Arrow and stuff like that, and that was a really fun thing. So I'm really enjoying this Disney Infinity series. And I think this might be a very long series. So I was wondering if you guys would be okay with that. Like, I could just keep doing this series if you guys are enjoying it. Because I'm definitely having quite a bit of fun with this. It's just nice to be able to, oh, look at that. Whoopsies. I completely messed this up. And I thought I was about to have a fault-free episode. Silly me. How could I ever imagine doing that? Anyways, quick fix, just gotta place all of these things back. No big deal. Like, this is one of those situations that the snapping mechanism is quite helpful. But I feel like there are more situations where it's not helpful than when it is, You know what else I feel like it has more situations that it's helpful than it isn't? Is this whole pillow situation that I've got going on right now to block out the sound of the buttons. Because especially with a series like this where it's super loud and I'm pressing so many buttons so rapidly, I feel like it's definitely making just it a lot less annoying to listen to. Because those buttons, I know they can get quite frustrating just to listen to them. But now we're on to this. So do we want to make it smaller and proportionate to that or bigger? I think bigger. Yeah, I think the bigger will work. Just more space to work with, Okay, so let's build this whole tower setup going on here. Because you gotta have a tower at the end of your wall. I mean, how else will you look at everything? Aren't these called, like, overwatches or something like that? They might just be called towers. I might be getting too fancy with it, but I think they have a specific name. But I can't seem to remember it right now. Whoopsies. Okay, so does this fit on this tower, or is it for the other one? I think that's for the smaller one. This does, though. Ooh, that looks awesome. Yeah, that looks really cool, guys. Well, it's a bit uneven, but I think that looks really cool. I am quite a bit of a fan. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think these towers have become my new favorite part of this castle. Already I have a favorite part. Well, that didn't take too long. Okay, this is really hard to place even. Super difficult. Okay, there we go. So how does that look? Ooh, that looks awesome. Wow, that actually looks really cool. You know what I just realized too? I could have stacked those pillar blocks right on top of each other and made the wall bigger. But I don't think it needs it, honestly. I think this is a really cool area. I'm really enjoying this. This is awesome. So now what we gotta do, if we have time, yeah, I think we have time to do a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is begin the present entrance to the building, to that area. Okay, so I think we can finish it in time. Because it will be super, super simple. All it will be is 2 things and a couple signs. If I can find what I'm looking for here. Let's see if I can. I doubt it. On what I'm looking for. And all this will be really is just a nice little entranceway to the city. Because like cities don't really have big grand things to, get you into there, right? All they have is just maybe like a little welcome sign. So that's what I'll be doing here is just 2 little pillars. I think that's good. Is that good? Yeah, I think that's even. Is that even? That's not even. No, that was even. That was even. I got it, okay? And then we'll probably have just a little thing right here. And I know this is super underwhelming, right? But it'll be fine. I think it'll look pretty good in the end. This city will be a big thing. It just won't have a big entrance. That's the thing. So that's not gonna fit, is it? No, that's not gonna fit. Oh dear. Okay, well how are we gonna do it then? If that doesn't fit, maybe what if we put it? No, that won't work. Well, I am stumped. I have no idea how to fix this, guys. It's gonna be a difficult one. Maybe, no, that doesn't work. No. Maybe, no. None of this is working for me. Oh dear, we have problems. I'm gonna show you my fix for this. If I can get out of here. What do you think? It's kind of not great at all because it won't do it. Like I will keep trying to fix this in my own time because it has come to the time where we should give the outro. So like if you liked it, subscribe for more content that you'll hopefully like. I just realized this isn't even, but in the top left corner is more things that are probably not gonna be even. No, I'm just kidding. In the top left corner is the other random Tuesdays, which yes, one was today because I uploaded this 2 and 1. And in the top right corner is a video YouTube suggested. And in the middle is my logo, a button you can press to subscribe to me. But that'll be it for today's episode. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.